Hey everyone, hope everybody's well. I'm tackling another one of the big questions, and the big question is, how do I get started? I get asked this a lot. People write me PM messages and say, how did you start? I'm not sure how I can go about it. And it's a tough one because starting is probably one of the hardest bits. It feels really intimidating. And feels a bit like a mountain to climb, or something that's insurmountable. But what I would say is you've got to try it. It feels intimidating, but if you don't try it, then the habits can't form. And being a leanie is all about re-educating yourself, re-establishing re-establishing habits, or creating new ones, and making those part of your way of working. So you have to start in order to make those habits part of you. Now, one of the things that I see as an issue with this is that people try to start too big. And you know what? You can sign up to one of these 90-day plans, the Body Coach, Sustain Nutrition, Train Eat Gain. There's loads of them. And it feels, when you get all the information, like, oh my God, how on earth am I going to be able to do this? Well, what I would say is, before you go and put pen to paper and start up with one of these plans, just think about it for a minute and think about how you could maybe test yourself in terms of the starting something new. Could you perhaps say to yourself that you will commit to doing 3 20-minute workouts over the next week, and that you will cut out sugar from your diet for the same week? So 2 small changes. Or it could be that you'll commit to drinking 3 litres of water and going out for a walk 3 or 4 times a week. Something that is a small change that will allow you to create a new habit, make that habit part of your way of working, and help you to feel like a success. So my first bit of advice on the how do I get started is, don't try to start too big. Start with something small, create a new habit, embed that into your way of working, celebrate it, and then move on to something else that makes it a little bit bigger, a little bit harder, a little bit tougher, which might be one of the 90-day plans. The second thing to say is, people often in their emails to me say, well, the problem I've got is I've got children that get in the way, or the problem I've got is I have to cook for all of the family, or the problem I've got is I find it really difficult to exercise. And there is always a problem to solve. And the thing about problems to solve are, we can use them as excuses. I did that for years and years and years. So what I would say to you is, rather than thinking about all the problems that you've got to solve, instead reframe that in your mind and start thinking about the opportunities that you've got to change. Because if you can reframe your problems into opportunities to improve, then that helps the mind start working slightly differently. And it's all about mindset. I say it over and over again. So start small, think about the opportunities rather than the problems in terms of how you can improve. And then think about what you say to yourself every morning. So one of the other common things is, some people will write and say, I need to lose 10 stone, or I need to lose 2 stone, or I need to lose 7 pounds. You don't need to do any of that. The thing to say to yourself is, I want and I deserve to get the body that I desire. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to feel fit. It's about deserving rather than needing. Don't start off with a goal of a 10 stone loss, or a 2 stone loss, or a 7 pound loss, because already you're putting pressure on yourself. Start off with a desire to do something that will make you feel better. And by doing that, the pressure is removed and you're able to train your inner voice to start thinking more positively. Set up affirmations. So I'm a great believer in positive affirmation, and they've helped me to smash it and continue to smash it. There's a great book called Positive Thinking by Justin Albert, which I highly recommend. He teaches you how to create affirmations that will help you to be a success. And then, you know what? Just get your trainers on, tie them up, get your headphones on, and get out there and do something. Because the sooner you start with the small goals, the sooner you'll be on to bigger and better ones, and the sooner you'll be standing there feeling fabulous when you look in the mirror. So don't fear it. It is intimidating, but you can overcome that because you're amazing, you're worth it, and you deserve it.